The Galaxy S24 Plus is one of Samsung's latest and greatest flagship phones. It matches up with the latest Pro Pixel and iPhone at an $1,000 launch price, but it has a very different strategy than both of those phones. It may look like an iPhone, but the software has much more functionality with all the advanced features you could need. And it may have AI smarts like the Pixel, but it's got raw power for super demanding tasks that the Pixel doesn't. So let's talk about the Galaxy S24 Plus as it stands against the rest of the market in early 2024. First up, the Galaxy S24 Plus has excellent performance. It's got 12 gigs of RAM alongside the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, and this pair makes everything on the phone fast. That includes everyday usage and demanding tasks. Whether it's scrolling social media or web browsing, or shooting 8K video and playing high-end games, this phone can handle it all. The software on the S24 Plus is Samsung's One UI on top of Android 14, and it's a fast and smooth experience running at 120 Hz. The One UI skin looks great, and it's got its own identity that's different from stock Android and iOS. It's also one of the most feature-packed OS variants out there, with features like floating windows for app multitasking, dual messenger for using the same messaging app with multiple accounts, and DeX for a desktop-like experience when connecting the phone to a monitor. This phone will also run the latest version of One UI and Android until 2030, as it'll get 7 years of guaranteed software updates. Jumping into the software adjacent section of AI features, the Galaxy S24 series came out with the tagline, "Galaxy AI is here." Galaxy AI is here, but it's also on the S23 series, which we learned after the event. So just like Pixels, a lot of the new AI features aren't selling points of the new phones, as they'll come to older models. But to quickly cover AI features on the S24 Plus, there's live translations in phone calls, text messages, and in person, a suite of formatting and summarizing features in the Notes app, instant AI summaries of the transcript in the voice recorder, and an entire AI-powered photo editor. I didn't use these often in all honesty, but they're here for the AI-inclined users out there. Getting into design, this phone is flat on the front, back, and sides. There's no unified camera bump or camera bar, as the cameras come straight out the back. The aluminum sides have a slight corner radius on the edges, and the screen has a very good screen-to-body ratio of 91.6%. That's better than the newest phone from every major manufacturer. But besides that, the design is plain, and I was happy to grab this purple color to add just a bit of spice to the design. But what you see is what you get, and it's definitely a solid design. Back to the screen, this panel is 120 Hz OLED and 6.7 inches in size. And the resolution with the S24 Plus is actually back up to Quad HD Plus instead of 1080p Plus, which is great to see. The phone is running at Full HD Plus out of the box though, so make sure to change that to take advantage of all the pixels in this phone's screen. The quality of the pixels in this screen is stellar too, with excellent colors and contrast, plus a max brightness of 2600 nits. That's very bright, so whether it's indoors or outdoors, you get great looking visuals with this phone. Moving into cameras, the Galaxy S24 Plus does well with its 50 megapixel main, 10 megapixel 3x telephoto, and 13 megapixel 0.6x ultra-wide. There's also a 12 megapixel front camera with autofocus here. Photos are great with good processing on top of photos from solid hardware. Daytime shots are excellent, night shots are good, and for more professional photographers, there's full resolution capture in JPEG or RAW. Now, speaking of resolutions, I'll point out the Pixel 8 Pro has much higher resolutions on its ultra-wide and telephoto lenses, at least quadruple the number of megapixels for each of those, but obviously the photos aren't 4 times better. The extra megapixels just get you better sharpness and noise levels in difficult scenarios, plus better performance with in-between zooms. Because of that and the lackluster photo processing, I wouldn't call the Galaxy S24 Plus photos the best photos from any phone. I still think that goes to the Pixel, but these are definitely good photos for a flagship phone. Switching to videos, there's great quality at high resolutions up to 8K. 8K is looking good these days, and it's still impressive a phone can capture this many pixels. At the same time, the video as a whole is still not as good as the iPhone, but I would say it's better than the Pixel. It all comes down to stabilization, noise levels, and focus and exposure adjusts that are better than the Pixel, but a step behind the iPhone. Overall though, videos and photos with the Galaxy S24 Plus are very good. Finally, this phone unlocks with the ultrasonic underscreen fingerprint reader or front camera face unlock, whichever comes first. The fingerprint reader is very fast, as ultrasonic fingerprint readers are better than the more common optical ones. And Face Unlock helps to speed things up even more in the case of failed reads. A great unlock combo for 2024. And the battery in here is 4900 mAh with a lot of optimization working behind the scenes. I thought the battery life was better than the Pixel 8 Pro by a larger margin than last year's models, and it was better than the iPhone 15 Pro, although we do have to keep in mind the capacity on the S24 Plus is about 1600 mAh more than that iPhone. But yeah, I already said the 8 Pro had great battery life, so the S24 Plus is great and then some. Like I was saying at the start of the video, the Galaxy S24 Plus is an interesting phone that sits between the Pixel and iPhone as a flagship phone option. And in some ways it sits clearly above them, like in the screen specs and sheer number of software features. But overall, this is a compelling phone that has picked its battles. Yes to excellent performance, no to fancy design, yes to AI features, and no to crazy good cameras. Let me know in the comments if this phone seems like the one for you. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more quality general tech and audio tech videos, and I'll see you later.